ジック。
What's up? What's up, everybody? Peace. This is Prime Sports Media. Welcome to the program. This is the post-game show. Man, let me tell you, everybody, I was so excited watching this game. Before I get to the good details, the statistics, Coach Prime had a press conference. I'm going to play a little bit of that, and he definitely laid into a few people there that were doubting, and I'm going to say doubting Colorado, okay? There is no weapon formed against God here, okay? We know that Coach Prime's a spiritual man, and he believes, you should believe, the players believe. When I started building this channel, and I want to thank you all out there that are supporting this channel. We're up to 12,000 subs and going on up. And I had trolls or people who left messages saying that, oh, Colorado was going to get blown off the field, that Shador Sanders has no business playing at a Power 5 level because they played at Jackson State. I had people making jokes about, oh, they played at Jackson State. That was JV. That was high school. People doubted Travis Hunter, saying, oh, he can't do anything at this level because, oh, he played at Jackson State. Underestimating, undervaluing, and marginalizing historical black college football. This lets you know that if you have the skill set, you have the will to win, the desire to win, you know that you can win, you're confident, you can play anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, anywhere. You can play on Mars, you can play on the moon, and you can definitely play in the Power 5, in this case, the Pac-12, which is no longer going to be the Pac-12 because it's a dead lead. Now, this is going to be the last year you're going to see the Pac-12 in its normal formation. And what you saw today is a sneak preview of what we're going to see next year in 2024. I think that TCU and Colorado might be the start of a rivalry. Points that they put up. Let me just put this up here real quick for you as a reminder of, bam, there it is. 42 for TCU, 45 for Colorado. There's a lot of people out there that thought that this TCU was going to blow them right off the field. And what Colorado proved today, Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, and that young man, Dylan Edwards. Oh, my God, Dylan Edwards. He was incredible today. Let me put this young man up here right now. Right now. Oh, this is Prime Sports Media, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know that you can hear me clearly by hitting a glorious 7 in the chat room so that I know that you're hearing my audio, that it's coming through nice and clear. But this young man, this is the best thing that could have happened to Colorado when he committed to Coach Prime back when rivals had him down as a 4-star recruit. Dylan Edwards, 2023 running back, 133 pounds, small in stature, but has the ability of a god on that football field. 5.9 was the rating on him. And what did he just do today? I'm going to get to it, but he showed out with three touchdowns. He showed out today, ladies and gentlemen. They showed out. We all showed out. Coach Prime and his son. Oh, my God. Where do I begin? I got a lot to say. And look, to you haters out there, to you naysayers out there, to you haters, and I do mean you haters. Oh, I do mean you haters. Oh, I do mean y'all was talking a lot of smack, leaving all kind of DMs on the comment section of this channel, making all kind of statements. They're going to get blown out. They're not going to win. And then all the people that were hating because they were not happy that Coach Prime left Jackson State. He left Jackson State in a better place than what they were when he got there. You were hating, leaving comments, being smart and sarcastic, and look at you now. I want all those haters who left comments on this channel, come on back over, leave comments. Let us hear you now. Have the same intensity that you had when you were leaving those comments and being smug. We had people, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat room, everyone out there listening, we had people saying that Colorado fans were delusional. Oh, this team can't win. They took down a TCU team that was the #1 top team last year that played against Georgia. Be it they got their ass kicked against Georgia, but they were in the national championship. Be it they did lose, as I said in my previous video, they did lose very key players on this team like D. Winters at linebacker, playing within their 3-3-5 defensive structure that they run, right? They still had some players that came back, and I said, we can beat them. They don't have the same players that they had. They have a quarterback. I want to make a correction. The quarterback that I talked about, he actually got hurt the following year, so there was question marks on him, okay? But yet, everyone wanted to question Shador Sanders. Shador Sanders, everybody, he showed out today. He did what he was supposed to do. He showed you that he is an excellent athlete, an excellent quarterback, a quarterback who has incredible accuracy. Did you see him throw any interceptions today? Hell to the no. They even said on the play-by-play that he was accurate, that they had never seen what he had did. He set a record today. This team set a record today. As you know, Shador Sanders set a school record. He set a record for a player playing in his first opening game. He went for what? Let's look at his numbers. Let's look at Shador Sanders' numbers here. Let's get it correct. School record. He went 38 for 47, ladies and gentlemen. 500. Do you hear it? 510 yards for a glorious school record of 4 TDs in his debut. Matter of fact, he put up bigger numbers in this one game in Power 5 football than he ever did playing in Jackson State. So all the haters out there that said, oh, he can't play at this level. Wait a minute. He just did something at this level that hadn't been done before. Travis Hunter did something that hasn't been done in 20 years, where this young man made plays receiving. His receiving numbers. Let me get into it. Travis Hunter. And I've got to get into this. I'm just very excited. You have to excuse me here because this situation is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me let you see the highlights for yourself. I'm telling you, I don't want to hear anybody say that Shador Sanders can't be a pro prospect, that Shador Sanders isn't the right stuff. I want to thank all of you in the chat room right now that are watching. I will be going live like this for post games after every week, and we will talk about these issues, whether good or bad in the game. Now, there were moments in the game where I said, oh my God, why'd they do this? Why'd they do that? It's particularly on that earlier field goal kick that got blocked. But I still believed Shador Sanders, I'm saying it to you right now, Shador Sanders is a professional football prospect. He will definitely go in the first round. I'm sure there were plenty of NFL scouts that watched this game, saw his accuracy. He threw the ball more accurate than some of the NFL players that are sitting on the bench riding the pine in the NFL, okay? Now, we forget that Tom Brady is mentoring him. So he's being mentored by one of the best professional players in the NFL at quarterback that ever was, to my Joe Montana. Now, let's get into it right now. And before I go there, you know I got to do this, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very important. And here we go. Warning, federal law allows for citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyright motion picture, videos, tapes, or videos, okay? Things of that nature. And this under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder, ladies and gentlemen. Holder, let's go Shador right there doing his thing. Now, this allows for you to this is called fair use, and allows for the purpose of criticism, news reporting, teaching, parody, which does not infringe right there on the infringement of copyright under 17 USC 107, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
There's a confusion here between the linebacker and the end, and Colorado just exploits it by getting the back out there. Someone's got
top of your screen. Morris over the middle, and intercepted in the end zone. 7.
Get the key block here on the outside. This is Nichols, and as the run comes around, he's going to get the outside because Nichols is able to secure the edge. And Colorado fans are going to think that he gets away with a hold there, but Sanders gets the edge.
Deep. He gained 11, and they'll run it off first down with Sanders. Did he get in? Yes. Trey Sanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, he made up for his demons when he made that long kick. I was really concerned about the kicking today after seeing the first block, but you can see there they redeemed themselves with the kicking game. And let's continue on with this.
What a kick for the young kicker, and what a half for this brand new team. We all
Sanders. They try to put TCU to sleep.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come back up to that. I'm telling you right now, a star is born. Dylan Edwards, I had no idea that Dylan Edwards was going to do what he did today. I knew he had talent. I knew he had the skills. But I think that they have found himself a gem. He can catch ball out of the backfield. He's quick out of his routes in the backfield, running the ball, receiving. He has a great gear on him to get down the field. When he gets that ball in his hand, and bam, you saw it on the screen here. Let's watch this once more.
Dylan Edwards.
Colorado responds down at 10 at the 19, and look at Morris. Touchdown. What a fake. Sets. Delivers. Touchdown, Colorado.
In the middle, and there he goes.
Touchdown. That was Jimmy Horn right there.
They're getting it
down
on the outside.
Did you guys notice something? Deion Sanders was in on that play. He had a quiet day today, but he was out there putting some licks on. Let's see this again.
It's Sanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, they were hating on Coach Prime, saying that he didn't know what he was doing, right? Pure hating on Coach Prime. Let me tell you something. Coach Prime knew exactly what he was doing when he got players that he needed. He needed dogs. He needed guys that could execute. And he said during his press conference that there were guys that left of their own free will, that he didn't just push everybody out. Another thing I want to talk about as I get to more great content here, everybody, is I want to bring up the issue of the offensive line. There was a lot said about the offensive line. People said this team was too small. They weren't big enough. Today, they showed you that they were big enough. Shador Sanders did get sacked a few times, but he didn't get beat up. He didn't get rattled. He was able to execute. He didn't throw interceptions. He didn't seem unconcise in what he was doing. He seemed very calm. He seemed very much in the moment, you see. He was very much in the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Very much in the moment. And this is why, to the haters out there and to everybody listening, don't listen to the haters, because the haters don't know what they're talking about. The haters just like to hate because they see something that they want. They don't want to see something positive happening because people thrive off of negativity, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank you all once again being here on this channel. But this today, Shador Sanders proved that he belongs. He belongs in the NFL. He belongs in Power 5 football. And have you forgotten, do your research, that Nick Saban was looking or was going to recruit him at Alabama. So this young man was capable, had the skills to play this level of football. I want to say it again. Shador Sanders threw for 38 for 47. He made a school record with 510 yards, 4 TDs, no interceptions, and passing skills were off the chain, okay? Now, let's look at the young man right here that I talked about. What did Dylan Edwards do today? He had 5 receptions for 136 yards, 3 TDs. He showed out. He was out. He did it. He did it. Give that man a clap. Dylan Edwards, he did it as a true freshman. Now, here comes an honorable mention, everybody. Here comes a very good honorable mention. And I've got to give this man an honorable mention, and that would be Savion Wilkinson. This man, as I'm going to tell you right here and keep it 100% real with you, this man right here, he got 13 carries for 46 yards. Now, you may say, well, that's not a lot of yards. Did he really do anything that was that significant? Yes, he did, because remember, when they were at the goal line, Savion Wilkinson, if I'm saying it correctly, excuse me, he got the short yardage goal line touchdown, which is exactly what I've been saying all year, that I think that getting this young man from Jackson State to come over with Coach Prime was excellent, because this is a man who runs with power. He can move a pile, and I think he's a great short yardage. I'm going to say it again, short yardage, and what he does, and I say that with thunder.
Tell the truth.
So his contribution added to the 45-42 win. Now, it was a nick and tuck game. And what it also showed me, ladies and gentlemen, is that it showed me that Colorado can put up points. There's always a question is, can they score with teams that score a lot of points? The Big 12 is a conference that scores a lot of points. They spread you out. They're going to the Big 12. They are built for the Big 12. And believe me, you give Coach Prime 3 more years, 4 more years, he's going to bring in some more dogs. He's going to bring in some more talent. I thought it was a great matchup between him and Sonny Dykes. And I want to tell you something. Coach Prime showed a lot of what I would call, I have to be honest with you all here, he showed a lot of class when Sonny Dykes, one of his players, got hurt. And Coach Prime went out there to show his respect and his respects. So that shows you that he's a class act man. He's a man's man. And we got to give him respect for that, because how many coaches would do that? You know, some coaches would just sit on the sideline and be like, no, but he went out there and showed class. And I would hope that other coaches would show the same class when you see a player getting hurt on the opposing team. Now, let's get back to this right now. As I said, Savion was doing his own thing out there. He was doing the damn thing, should I say. And I'm going to say this too. I'm very excited, folks. Travis Hunter did something that has not been done in history, that has not been done, ladies and gentlemen. I thank all 729 of you for being here. Share the video, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. Do you know that Travis Hunter did something today with him catching 119 yards? Let me put this on the screen. That was the play that he made today at the goal line when he got the interception. But do you know that this man, Travis Hunter, as you see him there, 11 receptions for 119 yards. First FBS player in 20 years to have 100 receiving yards and an interception in the same game. Hasn't been done in 20 years. Another thing you should know about the great Travis Hunter. On defense, he had 2 pass deflections, 3 tackles, and of course, right here you see the end zone interception. Another thing I want to tell you that he did that has not been done in history, because you don't have many players that have played back-to-back like this, both sides of defense and offense. You don't normally see it. I don't know where he got the energy. But at the end of the half, playing wide receiver and defensive back, Travis Hunter had 65 total plays, 41 on offense, 24 on defense. Overall, this man had over 65 total snaps on the ball between offense and defense. What does the haters have to say about that? What do you have to say about that, ladies and gentlemen? Make sure, if you have not, that you subscribe to the program. Don't be afraid to subscribe. I normally do uploaded videos, don't normally do live streams, but this will be the first time I've done a live stream in a long time on this channel, and we'll be doing them each week. We'll analyze each game, whether they lose or win. We're going to analyze it. We're going to be about it. Can you believe what Travis Hunter did today? And I'm going to tell you right now, here comes a bold prediction. This man, as Coach Prime said today, ladies and gentlemen, I see you, King, David. I see all of y'all in the chat room. Appreciate you all. Jill's Chocolate Boutique. She follows me on my first channel, my political and social channel, which is the Information Man Show. Thank you for being here, Sister Jill's Chocolate Boutique. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. You see the screen right there? What does he have right there? Heisman. Just like Coach Prime said today, Shador Sanders, Dylan Edwards, and of course, this man right here, Travis Hunter, should be candidates for the Heisman Trophy. I believe that Travis Hunter will be a candidate, and Shador, because of what he did today. It was unprecedented. And we got these chicken foot, chicken feet, goofy haters, right? Telling us that we're delusional. Oh, I've heard people on these YouTube streets talking about, oh, they don't have a big offensive line. They look small. Oh, did they look like they couldn't play against a very experienced TCU team? Did they look like they couldn't play? Put a 7. If you agree with me that they definitely look like they could play. I laugh at the haters. I really do laugh at the haters, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear Coach Prime break it down for us. Once again, this is called Fair Use, Fair Use. It allows for the purpose of criticism, news, reporting, teaching, and parody, which does not infringe on the copyright under 17 USC 107. Here we go. Here goes the man of the hour.
Being here, thank you for everything. Wonderful game, wonderful beginning, intriguing, passionate, purposeful. It was all of that. We had some guys that singled themselves out with their playing and their playing ability. A lot of guys you doubted. One of them from HBCU. I think he had 510 yards passing in a Power 5 football game. And he happened to be my son. And I'm proud of him tremendously. Defensively, we had some letdowns, but the guys came and made the plays when they needed. I think we broke a record. Everything we do seems like a record. 4 receivers with 100 yards. We didn't run the ball greatly.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? That's something else that I wanted to bring up, but Coach Prime said it. There were 4 receivers in this game with 100 yards receiving. That has not happened in a long time. I think that was a record that was set today. There is something special happening here. You better believe, get on this bandwagon right now before we run you over. Let's get back to Coach Prime.
But we threw the heck out of the football. Savion, another back, played a great game. All the guys contributed, Dylan as well as Hankerson. The line did their thing. fought their butts off. We got to fix some things on defense, especially special teams, because I think we gave up 3 or 4 turnovers. We gave up the kickoff. We had a fumble. A couple other things happened in the first half. But
right, you had the snap that went wrong.
To the opposing
snap
team,
kick.
they're coached greatly. I believe their head coach, I love him to life, what he did, turning the program around at SMU as well as here last year. Good man. I had a moment with him in the middle of the field when one of the guys were injured, just to let him know how much I appreciate him, how much I respect him for what he's accomplished, and I really look up to him. He's a good man, and his team was well coached today. Let's have some questions so I can go back and enjoy myself with my kids.
Brian, go ahead. There's no mic.
Coach, how much fun was today for you just to see all the hard work come and you guys produce a victory in that first?
Well, it was, I'm not going to say it was fun. It was satisfying in the end. You got to understand, time the second ticks off the clock. I'm ready for next. Like I'm thinking, okay, we got to fix this, fix that, because we got to be much more dominant next week in all phases, not just one phase, but offensively, defensively, special teams. Offensively, we did it. Defense, we got to fix some things. And special teams were horrendous. We got a kick block as well.
Right there. He's saying it. That's going to be an area that they're going to have to fix. Another area that they're going to have to fix, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm concerned about, and I got to be honest, is the area of their interior part of their defense, because I noticed that TCU was going down the middle, running in the middle on them because of their size issue, but they're going to have to figure out how, because other teams are going to tee off of that, and they're going to have to clean the special teams up. Can't have block punts and things of that nature and turnovers that cause and Dylan Edwards, when he had that fumble, we already know what happened. He ran into his own man in his co-player, his teammates' legs is what kicked the ball out. So it's not like he just fumbled, right? So they're gonna clean some things up. Let's get back to Coach Prime right now.
Durner gave up a touchdown. That was horrendous.
Mario, go ahead.
How you doing, sweetheart? For real? Shador Sanders from my HBCU? The one that played at Jackson last year? The one that you asked me, why would I give him the starting job? But like,
whoa, remember when he had a press conference? Remember when he had the press conference and one of the, I think it was a young lady, had asked this question about him making his son the starting quarterback like it was just a gimme. And Coach Prime said, no, he earned it. And now she wants to praise him. See how these people are in the media? Now she wants to come out and jump on the bandwagon. But Coach Prime, he had to call her out a little bit on this. And let's get back to it, you see.
No, not you. I got receipts. I know who they are.
You got
Not
receipts.
You, baby. I
That's
just
right.
gotta say it. I would never do that. Wow. Well, he and Shiloh just came, when I was in the training room getting my foot worked on, he and Shiloh just came and
I want to let everybody know in the chat room, we got, I see a Jonathan Clark, Legal Hustle King, I see a lot of people in there, Word First, the Miss T. I want to let you all know that I dearly appreciate you supporting this channel and coming over and watching this segment, this live segment. I really appreciate you all. None of this goes without any appreciation. It makes me excited to do videos. I want to say to everybody out there, you know, when you're a content creator and you're making videos, you can make a few mistakes here with names and certain things, and I certainly have here and there. But I thank you for rocking with me. It's all improvement. We're all trying to improve what we're doing, and I'm trying to improve what I'm doing here. I actually think I do better live streams, actually. Maybe I should do more live streams more often. But I just want to let y'all know that how much all of you out there, all 997 of you in the chat room, look like we might be getting to 1,000 today. You all, I want to say, as my man Life in Football always says, blessings to all of you. Let's get back to Coach Prime.
Of course, Junior was filming it, so we had a dad moment. They were really happy, elated. Shiloh came in there being apologetic because he noticed a couple tackles he missed. I'm on his butt right now. But he said he had 10 tackles, and I checked the stats, and I think he did. So, but I was just dad in there moments ago, and I'm proud of both of them, really. I really am. And Junior, because his work shows. His work is why some of you are here.
That's right.
Your other son, Travis Hunter,
Yes.
playing both ways. Can he keep that? How amazing?
Can he? I try to tell you, but you ain't want to believe me because I'm just a, I'm just a lofty old young coach. I don't know nothing about football. I just played in the NFL for 14, played at a high level in college for 4, and been coaching youth all the way up for a long time. How do you think we got Dylan Edwards? I coached him when he was 4 to 7 years old. That's why we got Dylan Edwards. So Travis is him, like the young folks say. Travis is it. I really think, I always promote all my kids. I really think we got a couple guys that should be front runners for the Heisman right now. That's how I feel. And I want to promote my kids at all costs. But we got a couple of them that, who did that?
Tell the truth.
As you can see, Coach Prime is telling the truth. He's got some young men that deserve the Heisman, Travis Hunter being one of them. I believe if Dylan Edwards continues doing what he does, becoming a spark plug on this team with 3 touchdowns, I thought his performance today was sensational. I mean, it was more than sensational. It was incredible, all right? Now, at the end of the game, overall, Travis Hunter had about 100 snaps between the defense and offense. That was second half. He had 65 snaps, but when I look at the numbers now, he had over 100 snaps. That's pretty incredible. That is pretty incredible what he did. Dylan Edwards, I think, is someone, and I said in my first video about why they could beat TCU. Was I right, ladies and gentlemen? I said that a key factor would be Dylan Edwards would be a player you have to look at. Travis Hunter, that's obvious. Shador Sanders, that's obvious. But another person that I brought up in my other video about why they could beat TCU, and I don't want people to sleep on this one. Oh, I don't want you to sleep on it. And I'm going to put this right back here where this belongs, that beautiful score today. Remember I talked about the safety, Trevor Woods. I even mentioned that Trevor Woods is a key person you got to look at. Now, although he did give up a touchdown, made a mistake there, wait a minute. We're talking about Trevor Woods, who is a holdout from last year's 1-11 team. He's a junior with experience. He stuck it out on his team. Let's take a look at him. This is what he did. Remember, he wore number 43, I believe, today. He was the one who caught the interception. This young man right here. That was a big play because that's after they had just scored on TCU, and then TCU got momentum, went down the field, looked like they were going to tie the game up 7-7. That could be the difference. His interception is also as long as well as Travis Hunter's interception, excuse me. Their interceptions are key to the score being what it is, because what if Trevor Woods would have not gotten this interception? Then could they have won this game and went up? And if Travis Hunter hadn't have snagged the ball away, 2 key plays in this game, because football is a game of inches, could this been a different tide and score? So I really believe that they said earlier today that it was the secondary of Colorado that is the strength of the defense of Colorado. Their secondary. There was some mistakes here and there. It's the first game jitters. But don't sleep on, obviously you don't sleep on Trevor Hunter. That goes without saying. But I think we may have gone to sleep on Trevor Woods. You know, he doesn't get all the big press. You know, you don't see him on the, on all the little videos on the social media. I certainly haven't talked about him much until I did the other video. And I think that was a key point in the game because it brought momentum back to Colorado. That was one of the first turnovers in the game against a quarterback who, I'm going to correct something. Yes, he was a starter last year, lost his starting job due to injury. So he was also shaky. He was on shaky foundation trying to get his confidence back. And we did what we had to do. We did what was necessary to win this damn football game. Now, another person I want to bring up that I think was sensational, Jimmy Horn. Remember Jimmy Horn? That was that one play when Shador Sanders he had great pocket awareness, great mental awareness of what he wanted to do on the field. They said it during the game that he really mentally owned that football field, knew what he was doing. No jitters, no shakery. Shador Sanders didn't look like he was scared, that he was nervous. He looked like a man that's been there before, a man's man. And he threw a pass to Jimmy Horn, a super wide open Jimmy Horn. Go figure. Jimmy Horn also 100 yards receiving, 4 receivers. Another young man that needs to get a mention, a honorable mention, and that's a Xavier Weaver. We shouldn't sleep on a Xavier Weaver. He made key plays down the stretch. Once again, there was 4 wide receivers on this football team that all got 100 yards receiving. That's a record. They're doing big things. At halftime, Travis Hunter had 60 snaps between both sides. I said that before. The question is, can he keep it up? Can he keep up the pace? My concern is they got to keep him healthy. My concern, let me know if you have the same concern in the chat room, everybody. My concern for Travis Hunter is we don't want to burn him out between playing offense and defense. We don't, because playing offense and defense, it does open the door to opening him up to higher potential for injury. I'm not saying he can't go both ways. He proved that today. But I'm most concerned about injury factors. And I think hopefully they will figure out a fine balance between offense and defense. Now, I got to be honest. It appeared to me that Travis Hunter seemed a little bit more dominant. Tell me if I'm right or wrong in the chat room. Put a 7 if you agree with me. And I'm going to give 2 choices here. Do you think that he appeared to be a little bit more dominant in the defensive portion of the game today than he was offensively? Now, we know he can do some offensive things. Look, Travis Hunter should have had 200 to 300 yards receiving today because there were a few times when he got down the field, Shador threw the ball to him and he wasn't able to make the catch. Maybe the ball went just a little bit over his hands, slipped out a little bit here and there, not very much. So he did stretch the field. He did cause problems. And this is the thing, I told you all this in my last video. Josh Newton is the top, how can we say, defensive back for TCU. He's a guy that they're looking at for the NFL. And I got to say, Travis Hunter gave him hell today. Travis Hunter gave them a lot of problems today. Now, this is what I'm most so proud of about this secondary. Secondary, to me, is the strength of the team, possibly, because TCU's number one top receiver, I think it's Savion Williams is his name. Savion Williams, if I'm saying the name correct. Did he get a touchdown today? Did he make a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen? Did he tear up the place on us? Did he dance off of us? Did he dance on us? Did he dance? No. No. Their defensive end, who goes by the name Williams, did he sack? Well, Shador, they got him down a couple of times here and there, but they didn't rattle him. They didn't rattle Shador. So what we found out today, ladies and gentlemen, if you agree with me, put a 7 in the chat room. If you agree with my analysis here, put a 7 in the chat room. What we found out today, that what we've been looking at all throughout the spring training camp and fall training camp and all that we witnessed Coach Prime assembling a team, building a team, all those speeches that he gave. All those speeches that he gave, we're finding out that it ain't just talk, y'all. They're walking the walk by action. It's all action, not just talk. We found out that this team can play. We found out that this team has some really good skill positions. We found out that Dylan Edwards is the real deal, y'all.
Tell the truth.
We know Shador was the real deal. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to tell you, to people out there, I've done videos about Shallow Sanders, and I said that Shallow Sanders likes to knock your teeth out of your mouth. He likes to knock the teeth out of your mouth. I witnessed him make a hit today. His name didn't get called a lot, but I witnessed him make a hit on somebody or a hit during a play that showed me that once he gets his foot under him, he's going to be dangerous. He's going to be dangerous. We need to give the offensive line better credit than we have given them. The offensive line held up a hell of a lot better than people had expected. I think number 78, the tackle, left tackle, he had one play where he had he made a mental mistake. But really, when you think about it, there weren't a lot of mistakes. It was a clean football game for Colorado. Maybe one penalty on defense or two, but they played a pretty clean game. And another thing, you didn't see Colorado on offense have a lot of false starts, a lot of delay of game. You didn't see the clock run out on Shador Sanders because Shador Sanders is a tacticianer that knows what he's doing. You also witness a coaching tactician at work in Coach Prime, but you also have witnessed, and I gotta say, folks, you also have witnessed a really damn good coaching staff. There's people out there that are saying that Colorado might have the best coaching staff in the country. And we just don't know it. We just don't recognize, we just don't realize it yet. That they've got the best in the business. And we better recognize that they got the best in the business. They're playing Nebraska next. the Cornhuskers. And from what I understand, the Cornhuskers are not as good as TCU, but they're another team that they're going to be matching up against. I believe they're in the Big 12 as well. And they're playing them at home, in our house, in Colorado's house, your house, our house, their house. We coming. I believe, and I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to be doing a video on this. I'm going to break on the next video that I do that will be an upload. I'm going to break down their defense. I'm going to break down what they do, what we should do against them like I did in the other video. I believe we can whoop Nebraska's ass. I feel confident that we can whoop on their behinds. I believe so. Ladies and gentlemen, do you believe by putting a 7 in the chat room? Put a 7 in the chat room if you believe. Looking at their schedule, let's look at that right now. The upcoming schedule. So TCU, they won. They got Nebraska. They got Colorado State. They're going to beat Colorado State. They got Oregon. USC is going to be a big challenge, but they've got Nebraska. I believe that they can. I believe by the time they meet Oregon, they're going to be a 3-0 team, 3-0 against Oregon before they meet up. And Oregon will be a challenge. Oregon will be a challenge. They're a fast team, similar to TCU in terms of wanting to spread you out. But remember, as I get ready to play this, remember what, I'm going to play this again. Remember what Deion Sanders said about if you go against us with trying to put speed against us. Let's play it. I hope this comes up right here. Let's play this right here.
To the other side. Have you kind of experienced that as well, and just kind of going back and forth with him every day?
You know, that's my brother, so of course. Like, we talk the most junk. We cuss each other out before practice and all that. But it's going back to what I said about competing. Like, that's what we like to do. So whenever he sees me, he knows that I'm like that. I know he likes competing too, so it just raises the bar for both of us.
Does that rub off on the rest of the team as well, do you see?
I hope so. But we got some dogs, though, so I think it does.
Coach Kelly mentioned that you have a mature approach to the game. How would you kind of elaborate more on that and what you bring to the table?
I just been around good coaching. So we're always looking for the call and getting lined up. So, I mean, tempo doesn't really mean nothing to us, but, I mean, there's some cons if your offense running tempo, and we're going to exploit all those if anyone wants to run tempo against us.
Last question. What's the question?
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. He said it himself. If you run tempo against us, we got something for it. Let's be honest today. The secondary made some key plays. Travis Hunter. Woods at safety. Interception. Travis Hunter was all over the place. As Deion Sanders said, if you play up-tempo offense, we've got something for it. We can play that type of style. I'm going to say again, 2 areas that they're going to have to clean up. Coach Prime said it himself. The special teams must be cleaned up. And they have to look at they're going to have to look at video because it was obvious that TCU was exploiting the middle of their defense. That they were able to run up the middle on them. Despite that, they're going to clean those things up because I know I have confidence in Coach Prime and the coaching staff. I have confidence in Coach Kelly, the defensive coordinator who came over from Alabama, where he was the associate defensive coordinator and was a safeties coach in particular. And now he's come on over and brought his talents to Colorado. They got a great coaching staff. One of the things that I was very surprised, it looks like they want to go slow with Alton. Alton didn't play, and Cavassier Smoke didn't play today. So I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to work those guys. I know they're going to work Alton into the offense at running back. They're going to work him in slowly because he's coming off of an ACL tear. So they've got to be very, very cautious and careful with how they implement him. I think I underestimated Savion because I didn't think that Savion, in my other video, I kind of emphasized Alton, Edward, of course, and we saw what he did. He showed out. But they mainly used in their running game Dylan Edwards, the true freshman, and brother Savion, who came over from Jackson State. This team carries were being handled by freshmen mainly. The other thing that I want to say, this is just my opinion, is that I really think they should run the ball just a little bit more. Eat up clock, what you saw them doing near the end. Eat up clock, like I said in my other video, ball control, keep them on the sideline. They've got a bounty of running backs that they could just exchange, and they could wear the defensive line out in the secondary with putting fresh backs in the game. So hopefully when they figure that all out, that we'll see other backs in the game. Alton, Anthony, I think Anthony Frank, they used him. I think Anthony, the young man Anthony, who was with the team a year ago when they went through that 1-11 losses, I think he was in the game. I think he played here and there. But they got to get that secondary together. Do you agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, before I get ready to end this program? Do you agree with me that they've got to clean up the special teams, and they got to have to figure out something about the interior of their defense? Maybe it's just, the whole question about they don't have a lot of size. And of course, Coach Prime is going to have to recruit. He said it. He's going to get some more beef in there. You got to give him another year, another two for him to get that bigger size player. And when they go to the Big 12, he's going to be right in his backyard to recruit a lot of players out of Texas. So what are your thoughts, everybody? I really appreciate you coming over today. Peace to everybody in the chat room. I'm going to give you a clap. So really let me know how you feel, folks. This was a great game for the ages. Travis Hunter's interception at the goal line put him over 100 snaps. Shador with 500 yards for 4 TDs, set a school record. All kind of records were set in this game today. Dylan with 5 receptions for 100, and he got 136 yards, 105 receptions for 136 yards, 3 TDs. Savion with 13 carries for 46 yards. Shador, 38 for 47. Unbelievable, folks. At halftime, Travis Hunter had 65 total plays, 41 on offense and 24 on defense. That was at halftime. He went over 100 snaps. The guy is special. There's no doubt about it. I really respect you. I see DC Reporter in here. World First, I see you in here. 5%, I see you in here. Quarter QB, I see you in here. Gary, I see you in here. Vanessa Jones, I see you in here. James Hunter, I see you in here. Dwight, I see you in here. I see everybody. I appreciate everybody. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. If you like more videos like this, keep this in mind. Every Saturday when Colorado plays a game, I will give you post-game analysis, just like this. Whether they win or lose, we'll talk about the good, we'll talk about the bad, and we'll try to figure out where it goes from there. Okay, everybody? So I appreciate you all for being here. We're going to get ready to get on out of here, everybody, and make it do what we can make it do. With that said, I appreciate you, love you, and peace. Take care, everybody. I respect everybody in that chat room. Thank you for coming over and showing out and giving great support to Pro. We love it.
Prime Sports Media, baby. Prime Sports Media. Prime Sports Media.
Baby. We got Max Jones. We got Johnson in the house, James Hunter. A lot of great people in the chat room. Really appreciate you all. Well, brother, world first, you said you can't talk to Colorado folks Southern like we have a different flavor. Hey, I got no problem with the flavor that you have. I have a lot of appreciation for everyone in the chat room that came over to support the channel. I've got nothing but love for the folks in Colorado, the game that played today. I've got nothing negative to say. I just appreciate what Coach Prime did today, what the players did today, and I appreciate folks in the chat room. This is the bottom line. That's the bottom line, everybody. Peace to you. Thank you for coming over. For those of you that are wondering about the music, I will put the music link in the description of this video as soon as I end the video and have time to go into the description area of the video and add it underneath my description. I will add the link to the music. Although, to be honest with you, the link is already in the music at the very bottom of my description. It is in there, and I'm going to write down exactly what you're going to be looking for in my description. Here we go. So look for that at the bottom of the description. I have all the music links in there. This is Copyright Music. It's a website where you can get copyright type music. Stroll down and you will see the link in the description of the video at the very bottom, but I'll probably pull it up and pin it up so that you all are pin it maybe I might just pin it in the community tab if folks want to see it in the community tab as well. So I really appreciate you all again. Back to the music.
Tell the truth.
Prime Sports Media, baby.